Some of you bitches cannot get that flawless base to save your life. So let me just go on and expose all my tips and tricks from an Instagram baddie herself. Ayy. First off, the number one rule is you need to find the right foundation for your skin type. If you have oily skin, you want to find something that's a bit more on the matte side. And then if you're more on the dry side, you need to get something that has more of a luminous, glowy finish. But if you're kind of stuck and you don't know what skin type you are, I love this NARS foundation. I feel like it looks good on everybody. I use the shade Punjab. Concealer is always going to give you 10 extra points on the flawless meter. I love this one from Maybelline. It's literally like my tried and true for about 5 years now. I never like to blend out my concealer straight away because I want to keep the coverage. So in the meantime, we're going to go in with our contour. I always just use a concealer that's in a darker shade because I feel like the contour looks a little bit more natural that way. How perfect is this contour brush from MAC? It's literally in the shape of a square. Once the contour is on and blended out, I like to go in with a synthetic brush. Make sure it's synthetic so it doesn't absorb all the coverage. I've got a spot that's been lingering and living rent-free in the middle of my forehead, so I'm going to grab a concealer and pat this on top. Make sure it's a full coverage concealer because you don't want that bitch to peek through. I've been using red blusher recently and bitch, look at this finish. This next step is where the magic happens, the powder. Grab yourself a powder puff. I literally get these from Amazon. I load up that powder puff. Then I like to pat the powder puff on the back of my hand so that the powder is evenly distributed on the puff. And then look up and pat away, bitch. The secret to that flawless Instagram base is to pat and then also roll where you have larger pores. And that will lock in your foundation and take away that shine. I just done half of my face and you can literally see the difference. Like, it just looks so flawless. The only thing is sometimes I notice after I powdered, I'm like, bitch, the spot is starting to show up again. So I go in with foundation powder. This one from Maybelline is amazing. It's honestly like a powder concealer. Another little tip is to grab a little eyeshadow brush and go in with that powder foundation and just spot conceal to make sure every crevice of your face is flawless. Here is the final look. You want to finish everything with your favorite setting spray. Now go on with your bad bitch self. Hey.